This week, we take a look at the Mazda CX-8 2.2 diesel. What up guys, Izzat from WapCar's channel and welcome back to another car review video. So this week I've got the Mazda CX-8 2.2 diesel. Now, I am actually falling in love with this car very quickly, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's not jump the gun. Now, the diesel variant of the CX-8 only comes in the high spec variant, so you don't get any other trim that comes along with this car. Whatever you see here is what you're going to get for the diesel variant. It is a D segment SUV, so it's a very large SUV. However, it only comes in 6 seats, which I will show you again in a bit. So, without further ado, let us start talking about the exterior first. So from the outside, you can see that it's kind of simple, modern looking, but has a very premium look. At the front of the car, you get this huge grille. I think it's with all the CX models that we've seen, you get this huge grille at the front due to the Kodo design language that Mazda is promoting right now. You do get auto LED lights with auto leveling and DRLs as well. At the bottom there, you can see these very small looking fog lamps, which is neatly tucked underneath the bumper. Moving to the side of the car, the one that will catch your attention the most would be the 19-inch alloy wheels. I mean, they look pretty much the same as any other CX model out there. It's just the size of it is a bit different. And of course, you get the auto folding side mirrors with the indicators as well. Now, moving to the rear, you can see that the taillights provided are the signature LED rear combination tail lamps by Mazda. So you get this little nice line with a little round circle at the center there. Then moving at the bottom, you will get dual exhaust system, which looks good given that the car is a huge SUV. The dual exhaust system kind of like gives it a hint of sportiness at the back. Right, that's it for the exterior. So now let's jump into the interior of the Mazda CX-8 2.2 diesel. Now the interior highlights. What the driver is going to see upon entering the car will be this beautiful leather-wrapped multifunctional 3-spoke steering wheel. Then moving up from the steering wheel, you get your instrument cluster, which is split into 3 sections. 2 analogs on the left and a 4.6-inch colored TFT LCD multi-info display on the right-hand side. Now, after that, looking onto the road, you will be able to actually see your heads-up display. Mind you, it is also a colored heads-up display. Now talking about the upholstery of the car, you do get Napa leather interior on everywhere. You know, you get it on the dashboard, the seat, the door trims, the door card, and the headliner is this black colored fabric headliner, which really looks very, I don't know, it looks very exclusive to me when the entire cabin is black in color. Now moving to the center console, let's talk about the air conditioning first. So you get a triple zone climate control for both the front and the rear passengers. Sadly though, for the last row at the back there, you do not get your aircon vents on the side of the car. So it's something to be wary of. Now let's talk about this cute little infotainment display in front here. So this is a 7-inch Mazda Connect touchscreen. So it is pretty much the same like any other Mazda model that we have covered this year. So you do get Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and this car does come with 6 speakers, which surprisingly, even though it's not the Bose speakers that you get in the CX-9, they do the job quite well. So now it comes to quality of life. Now it comes to quality of life stuff. So quality of life features, you get front and rear sensors with a 360-degree camera, which you can activate at a push of a button. You do get, of course, keyless entry and a push start system. Now for charging ports, you get 2 12-volt power outlets, cigarette lighter outlets, one in the front here and one in the boot. Then for USB charging, you get a total of 4 actually. You get 2 in this armrest here, which actually one of them will connect to your head unit, and you get 2 for the middle passengers there. Now, because this is the top of the line CX-8, let's talk about safety. What you will get is the full suite of Mazda's iActive Sense safety system. So you know this thing will come with everything that Mazda has in terms of safety. Right, so that's it for the interior. Now let's talk about performance. So performance of this car on paper is very impressive. The engine is the SkyActiv 2.2 liter diesel engine. It pushes out 188 horsepower and 450 Newton meters of torque. Yes. Now, all that power is actually sent to all wheels. That's right, this is an AWD car. And all that power is sent to all wheels via their SkyActiv Drive 6-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode here, so you do not get any pedal shifters. Now, this car though, surprisingly, it doesn't have any other driving modes. It only has the one driving mode and your manual mode, which is, I don't know, I find it a bit weird, given that this car does have a lot of torque. I find it a bit weird. Right, because this is the diesel variant, I will have to talk about fuel consumption. So this car does come with a 74 liter fuel tank, and on paper their combined usage on paper is supposed to be 6 liters per 100 kilometer, or that translates into 16 kilometers per liter. But in the real world, I've been using this for a combination of drives, urban as well as highway, and I'm getting 10.7 kilometers per liter. So you do get a difference of 6 kilometers per liter there, but I don't think it's really a deal breaker because this is a diesel. So this, I mean, if you drive gently, more gentle than how I did, I mean, I have a heavy foot, you'll probably be able to actually reach the claim consumption figures. So yeah, how does this car make me feel like? Well, it makes me feel like a giant boss, to be honest. You've got a huge Mazda here, you know, everything's all decked out in black. Everything looks cool. Sound system is amazing. It really isolates you from the noise of the outside world very, very well, which I really like. When you're driving, you know, nice and slow, the suspension is tuned towards comfort more. But because of Mazda's G-vectoring control system, it changes a lot when you start chucking this car into a corner. When you start chucking this car into a corner, suddenly the suspension and everything else stiffens up, and it really gives you that control, like what I'm doing right now. It really gives you that confidence and control to chuck this ton car into a corner with a lot of confidence. And I think the 450-ish Newton meters of torque really helps there when it comes to, you know, taking a corner. Now, let's move on to the 3-on-3. 3 things I like, 3 things I don't like. The first thing that I like about this car is actually the rear passenger doors. Why? Because they've opened up 90 degrees. So literally, the doors will just swing open as wide as possible to allow people to enter the car with no restrictions, which is fantastic, to be honest. Second thing I love about the car is actually the heads-up display. The heads-up display is very interesting. I'm looking at it right now. I've got my speedometer. I have the navigation turned on right now, so it's actually giving me the name of the streets, where should I turn to, and which lane should I take. Now, third thing I love about the car is the comfort. My God, this car is comfortable. It really, really is comfortable. Now, 3 things I don't like about the car. Number 1, this is again subjective. I don't know why, even though this car has 450 Newton meters of torque, I don't feel that it is reflecting that. Okay, when I put it into manual mode and I start trying to go to 5,000 RPMs, the car is quick, don't get me wrong, the car is quick, but I would have thought 450 Newton meters of torque would feel a lot different. You know, it would feel like hit to the seat kind of different. But then again, it is a car, so that could be the issue. Second thing I don't like about the car, okay, it does come with the whole lane keep assist thing. You can turn it off, but if you don't, the lane keep assist is a bit intrusive for my taste. It feels like you're wrestling with the car sometimes. If you don't give your signal and you're trying to enter a corner going over some speed lines, somehow the car tends to think you fell asleep and tries to correct it. So you have to wrestle a bit with the car, but not really a bad thing because you can turn it off and it's not that intrusive. It's just that you do notice, and I know it's just something that for you to be aware of. Okay, it's kind of hard to come up with the third thing that I really don't like, or I kind of am annoyed with this car, because this car is actually quite good. It's very hard to criticize, to be honest, but I will try nonetheless. So if I need to be gripey, the third thing I do not like about this car is actually the very teeny tiny head unit. I know 7-inch head unit would be okay for most people, but for me, because you've got all this space at the front here, and you get this little teeny tiny screen. I'm just nitpicking, but you get this teeny tiny screen, and it kind of annoys me. I was hoping that it would be a lot bigger, given that the real estate of the dashboard is big. If you got a lot of real estate here, might as well use it, right? Now, who is this particular car for? Okay, this car I would recommend for a family of no more than 6. Duh, because you only have 6 seats, right? And if you are the sort of person who really buys into the Mazda brand, and you know that Mazda safety system is something to really talk about, we can actually make an entire video about Mazda safety system, then this car is for you. You need an SUV to keep your family of 6 very safe and put a lot of stuff in the car. Well, this is meant for you. I mean, given that this car is 219, given that this car is 213,000 ringgit, what it offers, I would say go for it. And given that it is a diesel, it makes me feel even more attracted to the car just because it's a diesel. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. Those are just my thoughts and opinions, however. What do you guys think? Go ahead and test out the car. And for the owners who do have this puppy, do share your thoughts in the comments below and share your experience in the comments below for people to know how it's like living with one of these. If you like the content, do click that like button and share it out to people who might find it useful. If you would like to support us, do smash that subscribe button and click that notification icon to be updated on future videos. So this is Izzat for WapCar channel signing off, guys. Take care, stay safe.